All right, here we are again. Another session, another day with my favorite people. How are you guys doing? Good.
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 just one.
Good. Sorry for skipping the session. Yes, I was actually tired, and I used Brian as an excuse. But I was actually super like dog tired, honestly. But this time, a lot of things has happened, right? That's the beautiful thing about this community. Everyone is doing their part. Everyone's contributing something, and we get to kind of summarize all of this in one shot. But before I start this, I thought I'd share some more news about ChatGPT, about what's happening in the world and whatnot. So GPT-5 is going to come out later this year. So ChatGPT 5, which a lot of people believe, there it is, set to launch soon, boasting human-like intelligence. So what when people say AGI, they talk about artificial general intelligence, which is something that you would. It's the Turing test basically when you're talking to someone and or you're talking you put a machine behind a curtain and a human behind a curtain and you send questions and you get answers and you can't tell which is which. That's your Turing test in its essence, or at least that's how I learned it. Some 2 decades ago. Uh, ChatGPT 5 is coming out at the end of the year, so it's going to be interesting to see what that looks like. On the funny side, this is not necessarily ChatGPT related, but it is funny. If you look at um, Elon Musk, it sent something very funny today. He's like, um, yeah, there it is. So SpaceX had a little glitch, and then they realized someone didn't rotate the certs. The oldest story in the book for software engineers, like cert rotations for security and stuff like that, certificate. It didn't happen. I thought that was hilarious. That was very funny. Okay, let's start from the top. First of all, Rami did something really cool. He sent out an actual experimentation. Let's go up in here. It's gonna get the smallest things first, and then we're gonna dig into the deeper, more complicated things in a bit. He actually went out there and he created um, a POC or a demo that shows why the using stream is important, right? So we're gonna take a look at that together because that's actually something you're not gonna find, often on the internet. You're not just gonna sound, hey Kay, how are you doing?
Good.
So let's do good. So let's see. I think it is this one here. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. Hang on. Uh, dispose streamable. Yeah, there it is. So this brother here, he took the time. Hey, Gregory. All good. Um, uh, Rami took the time and he says, as requested, the attached project contains local file service tests should read file tests and demonstrate an example of different behavior caused by disposing stream versus not disposing stream. So I actually took the time and he did this. So I'm going to download this. Hopefully, Rami, you're not sending me a virus, are you? Huh? Okay. So let's unlock this and let's just see. Let's learn this together because you're not going to find this easily, at least on the internet. You're not going to find this easily on the internet. So that's the point of this channel. We want to learn things that we don't know about, which is great. Great story. Let's do this. So for the people that have not been on the kind of the previous sessions and don't know where's this coming from, we were arguing, do we really need using stream, especially when we were doing testing? How to prove to me. Yeah, he said it's not a virus, it's just a Bitcoin miner. It's a good thing I downloaded it before I got the new machine. You can have fun with my 280 graphics card because I'm upgrading all of that. Okay, let's do this. Let's share this. I'm glad that our engineers have a sense of humor. I appreciate that. Okay, so let's see what he's doing. So he basically went and said, here's a test. Given if the using statement is removed, the test passes because the bad logic in local file service does not throw an exception. Holy moly. Let's just see this. Okay. Control RT. So the good scenario is that this is gonna fail legitimately, and then when we remove the using stream, it's gonna pass. Let's find out. So cannot access closed stream. Cool. Oh, you created a destructor. Just for the people who are not familiar, just like how you have constructors. If you do this, what's this, Brian? Do you call it a tilde? That's a tilde, right? Yeah, if you put a tilde like this, that's a destructor in there. I don't know why he used the destructor. I mean, destructors are okay, but we have garbage collection now. It does that for you. I don't know why he did that, but okay. So in his theory, in Rami's theory, he's running this, and it should just fail. And then we're gonna remove the using stream, and then see what happens. Why my machine is getting slower? I'm telling you, he bugged my machine.
He's already up. He's already up to 1 coin.
He's already he's already having fun. Let me rebuild the solution. What's happening here? I like that he put everything also in like one test file to prove the point. No hassle. Just, clone, run. Yeah, I don't know. This thing just keeps I'm gonna do it old school. Let's do it this way. .NET test. Here we go. When UI fails you, you can always go the easy way, the old school way, classic way. There you go. So that's blowing up. So now let's remove that using stream from here. And I think that's the only place he used it. And let's do this. Ha! Did you see that? So this is fantastic. So in the read file, he's basically going and saying return a stream by reading the file. And then he's picking up that file stream, which is a private class member. He says simulate bad logics, and manipulate the stream in the finalizer. For example, the class finalizer runs on a separate thread. Without a using statement, the open stream can be manipulated with a using statement. The following exception is thrown. System object disposed exception cannot access a closed stream. A reference to the stream is saved in a local variable. What do you guys think? Thoughts? Ideas? I think it's sweet. Comments? No? So what he did here is basically said, hey, this is a closed stream. And he's calling the finalizer a destructor, right? I see what he's trying to say. He's basically saying if you try to access something about that stream before it's properly disposed or closed, it might give you a false negative or something like that. I just don't see how.
Actually, in this case, a false positive.
A false positive, yeah, that's right. I just don't see how that can happen in the way we structure our software. Like,
yeah,
how will that happen?
This is sort of what I was getting back to yesterday about stream etiquette. Normally when you're handling streams, you should use a using statement, but we're getting away with it in the way our system has contrived the way we're using the stream. In our particular instance, we're actually creating memory streams out of buffers, and they're complete. They're not actually a stream as such. You could almost say that they are just buffers.
Right.
And we're sort of getting away with it because of that use case.
But we should probably be doing using anyway, just as a best practice. Fine, put it back. How about that? You win.
Yeah, that's what the keyword is for, right?
That's what a QA is for.
That's what the keyword is built for.
Yep. It's true. Interesting. Fine. Okay. Thank you for that.
The only issue you're going to have, Hassan, is how we're going to use the using keyword, because you like to use the squiggly brackets.
Yeah.
And
so that's another thing. Like using the using just by itself.
It's going to make the code look ugly.
That's right.
So
yeah, that's another thing that
we need to standardize that.
We need to standardize that, right? You know, is there a way we can do the using without? Okay, well, we can use it without a scope, but can we use it without having to use a scope? Like if we didn't have the option not to use a scope, you know what I'm trying to say? Like I know there's a way you could use it without scoping.
Yeah, well,
right.
Back in the day when even when you got a whole heap of usings on top of each other, you only put the scope around the bottom one, don't you?
Can you put it in a private method?
There you go. That's my guy right there. You can put it in a private method and that takes care of it. Okay. All right. We're going to have it documented forever that that's the case. Okay. And then, you know, the real blocker for us, you know, the big issue that Brian have been kind of, doing the heavy lifting on it is RESTfulSense on the pull request for multipart, right? And I see comments in there. I see people kind of, so what Rami said, he said, can a default value be used for the cancellation token to consolidate duplicate methods? Yeah, that's what I would go with, Brian, honestly.
Yep.
I agree on that.
Yeah, I tend to agree, but I went with precedence. But yeah, okay, no worries. It's an easy fix.
To me, this, like what you did, that's C# with a Java accent, because Java doesn't have that default value, as far as I remember.
No.
Right, as far as I remember, that's a Java accent in C#. But my question here, like, why did you have to do it this way? Like, what's the? I know you know about default values, unless you have a very strong.
I was copying precedence, what was already happening in the library.
Interesting. Okay.
Yep, I totally agree, because I don't, because when you start doing it this way, the way that it's done, you end up with a spaghetti code in a way, because it's different paths. But when you consolidate it like the way Rami's suggesting, you end up with the same path.
Okay, so here's how we can do this without blocking the work until Brian is done fixing this part. Is it possible that we do an interface that we can mock against, and we build our foundation service until the broker is done? That's the beauty of dependency injection, is that you can run multiple pieces at the same time without the other pieces being done yet. Just for the people who are not familiar, or people who just can't visualize what I just did. Let's just say you have here's my OpenAI project. And let's just say you have a situation where, you have 3 different teams, right? So let's take it out here in the space. So you have a team that's basically building a storage broker, but the storage broker is not done yet. But the storage broker contract is ready, like this, right? And you have another team that is supposed to be building a service, like a student service, right? Even though this contract, this interface doesn't have an implementation behind it yet, you can actually move forward with this one. And that's the beauty of dependency injection, proper engineering. It kind of gives you this opportunity to go and say, okay, even though there is even no implementation for that yet, all what we have here is just add students, like this, something like this. You still can move forward here while someone else is trying to finish up the broker implementation of this. Okay, so I still can go here and say private read-only iStorage broker, and here's my storage broker, and then just go ahead and do the interface like this, and then let's go ahead and start using the interface, even though Nobody even finished that job yet. The only thing is it's a blocker. Like, you can't actually deploy and run until all these pieces are completed. Kailu used to play this game a lot when we worked together. He would just run, you know, multiple pieces, and whenever they're ready, they can run asynchronously. They can all run together at the same time, and then basically collect them all at the end. So that's what we can do. You know, instead of just having to wait, you know, I'll wait for Brian to kind of, you know, take care of that comment, that feedback. But meanwhile, what we can do, Brian, is that I can go up in here and say, let's do this. So I'm going to create a new foundation service in here. Users, Hassan, Habib, foundations, right? What do we want to call it, Elbic? Post file or upload file, right? Upload, upload, is it upload file or up? It's upload file. Yes. So continue to check out. What are the changes that I have in here? Oh, what happened here? I don't want any of these changes. There you go. And I'm gonna go and do this in upload file. I'm gonna go into the interface, and I'm just gonna create a new broker that you're gonna have to conform to. Brian, you're gonna own this one. When you are done with RESTfulSense, you're gonna own the creating the broker, because it's a one-man task. It's an OMT. You don't need pairing on that one. I OpenAI broker.files.cs. So that's my partial, right? And then in here, I'm basically gonna go and say, I'm assuming, Brian, that what you're gonna give me back is a stream. No, it's not gonna be a stream. It's gonna be whatever that API is returning, right? So let's build that model first. So under models, let's do this. Under models, under so you have clients, foundation, services. I'm gonna create one in here. I'm gonna call it files. And under files, there's a model in here that's called external file. What do we want to call it? External file response. All right, now I need the properties. Can someone help me out with the properties?
I
No?
just look at the chat.
Oh, you already sent it? My man. Okay. Okay, the documentation. Okay. So what do they have? They have file string. So that's a string file. So we have that. And that is what? That's the name of the JSON lines file to be uploaded. So that's the name of the file. Oh, that's in the request, isn't it? I'm looking for the response. Oh, the response. Okay, got it. It has an ID. Got it. Prop string ID. It has an object. String object. It has bytes. What are bytes? Is this just an integer? Is that what it is? Like how many bytes that file is? And then it has a created a date, and that has file name, and then it also has purpose, string purpose, like that. Okay, now I need the JSON properties for all of these. So let me pick up all of these like this. Like this, and then I go here and say JSON property, right? And then let me copy all of these. Right? And then I can kind of fix the, so this will be created at, right? Created at, right? And then the ID is an ID. Let me minimize on all of these, like kind of lowercase, control underscore, the control U. So ID, object, bytes, created at, file name, and purpose. Are we good on that one? Questions? Good.
Yeah, good.
So that's the external file response. Good. Let's go up to the broker. and I can go here and say external file response. Except that this time, because we're posting a form, it's going to be a little bit different than just I was hoping it would be just a model, but it's quite interesting to. This is what I've been trying to do, right? So this is post file form async, and Brian, I'm assuming we're doing that multi-part
Content form, yeah.
So that's that guy.
Multi-part form data content, yep.
That's this guy. I really hate this so much. You have no idea. Like my hope was to be able to just create a freaking model and we iterate over the properties and create the form from it. That was my hope. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna leave it like this is, I'm doing this really begrudgingly, just so people know. What I was hoping for is that I could just have a file, external file request, right? Public class. But what I was really hoping for is to have something like this and then do stuff like that. And then I send that request in and it turns it into a form for me. What were you going to say, Kailu? Or were you going to say anything?
No, sorry, nothing. Forgot to mute myself.
No, you're good. Okay. And you can easily get all the properties out of a model. But I think, Brian, and correct me if I'm wrong, the problem that we have is determining.
If we move any of this logic into the broker, we're doing logic in the broker. So that's, to me, that was the real problem.
No. What I mean is to put some logic in RESTfulSense that says when you're submitting a form, you iterate over that model's properties.
Yep.
You know what, Brian? I'm not quitting. I'm sorry, man. I'm not quitting.
Yep.
You deal with it. I'm gonna create external file request, and you're gonna have to figure it out.
Yep. Geez, you're mean. Wow. Okay.
I'm not breaking my standard just because.
Yep.
I'm not bending to technology. It's not gonna work like that.
Well, I'm good with this. I kind of suggested this right from the start, and we need logic to build this, and the logic can either be inside this external file request, or we can have another class that builds the external file request. But
RESTfulSense needs to have logic that iterates over the model properties and reads some.
Yep.
Look, I don't even care if we have to go on RESTfulSense and do something like, file type, and then you tell it what file type it is for a content form. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But we should be able to iterate, over the model and get these and create a multi-part form from it. Yes, that's Rami. That's exactly what I'm saying. If we're using JSON properties anyway, you know what, Brian? I'm not quitting. Sorry. So look, dude, yeah, I'm gonna do this, and you deal with it. This is gonna be external file request. Not my problem. Deal with it. I'm not breaking my standard, man. It's just gonna work that way.
And this, viewers, is why people have grey hair. It's good. I'll deal with it.
Thank you. RESTfulSense, as it stands today, it has a service. You could do all that iteration, and we could architect this together.
Mm-hmm.
I will do like a side quest, right? Our sessions are starting to look a lot more like Marvel universe, right? You have a main line and there's all these little stories on the side, and it's just endless this way, right? And there's good guys and bad guys, and it's getting great, Anyway, so look, I'm gonna do this, and you deal with it. I don't know what to tell you. External file requests, and I don't know. The API is telling me, send me a file which is a string, and no, sorry, send me the request body has prop, right? It has a stream, right? And that's your file, right?
See, we've got to be careful here. You're not thinking in terms of just this product. So an external file request could have many streams.
Why are you making things complicated?
Because a multi-part request can have many streams. You can have many types of content.
You guys can still hear me okay, right?
Yep.
Good. Well, the API is telling me, what the API is telling me is that my request body should have file and purpose in it,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it says name of the JSON lines file to be uploaded. And if the purpose, yeah, but in our case here, because it's not actually a string anymore, it's a multi-part form. I'm gonna go here and say string purpose, right? And you're gonna have to figure out this one. And you're gonna take that external model and you're gonna make it work somehow. I don't know what to tell you. Just life. JSON property. That's how you become managers, guys. You just I mean, for a lot of people, they're like, what's the problem? I don't understand. Oh, it's a big problem. What I just did to Brian right now, it's a big problem. I'm basically telling him, I don't know how to solve it, and I don't care.
Just solve it. Come back tomorrow with it solved.
Just come back tomorrow with a published, fully functional, multi-purpose, generic library that will support this craziness that I'm asking for.
If we're supplying a stream, my friend, we need to supply a file name.
With the stream? Fine.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Go for it. Here. Is there a thing I can post that has both the file name and the stream at the same time? Would that be the HTTP content stream?
The stream content, yeah.
HTTP stream content?
I think it's just stream content. It doesn't have HTTP in front of it.
Here, what else you want? Everything. I did everything. What else you want from me?
This is just kicking the can further down the road because now we've got a stream content instead of a multi-part.
I don't care. The one thing that we might need to do though, Brian, like, okay, this is the joking aside, but the one thing that we're gonna need to do is probably say, like, create an attribute, and it's gonna be like multi-part form attribute, right? And in here, we're basically gonna define a type of whatever. That's what Rami was just telling you.
Yep.
And it's pretty much the same idea. Watch Paul Wardy lose his mind over this because he told me about this. And I was like, there's an easier way to do it. He's gonna, you know, when he sees this video, this is Paul Wardy's face when he sees this video. What? What? I already told you that.
I knew it. I knew it. So Rami, just clarifying what you're suggesting is that we create this attribute and we iterate over the property, over the model, and we can, from each time we spot the attribute, we build a new.
You're adding to the form. Yeah.
Yep.
So ideally, what I expect is that in the implementation, I'm gonna basically be calling, and we're gonna add an implementation, like, you know, just so you guys understand, this is properly doing this. I'm gonna go and say OpenAI broker.files.cs, and I'm literally just gonna go up in here and say, here is your internal partial, like this, and here is, I'm gonna go ahead and take the, I really wish they would just give me the implementation in the, but anyway, generate this for me. Where did it throw it? Where are we? Where are we? Where are we? Dude, it just implemented it, right? or maybe not. Control period, implement interface. Yeah, there it is. I'm just gonna take that and just leave it in there as not implemented. And I can push that code because I can. Ooh, what happened here? Who added this? Elbic, where did this come from? Do you know?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, no, I added it. You're fine. So, Brian, this is what I'm doing. And then what I'm expecting to happen is that I'm gonna go and say return await this dot API client dot post form async with the external file response and request the external file request. And you're gonna take it and you're gonna make it work, and I will never have to worry about it ever again.
Dang.
Because I'm a nice person and I do good things.
Welcome to
And
the promised land.
This is the most cowardly thing I've ever done. I'm basically saying, "Oh, go have fun. You do the crazy stuff, and I'm gonna sit here do my mocks and do my fun services, the things that I know." What? I don't see a problem. Do you see a problem, Elpic? I don't see any problems. What is the problem? What is the problem? There's no problem. Right? Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. So I need to create a foundation service in here. I'm gonna call it files. You know, the stuff that I already know how to do. That's what programming is all about. And then ifile service. So that's my service in here. Kailu, you're on spot. You're gonna be writing the passing for this, okay? No? You don't wanna do it?
Okay.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Ooh. So here is a constructor, here is a OpenAI broker. Why is this guy tripping? Interface does not contain. Oh yeah, that's right. Value task. I'm still feeling guilty about Brian. That's all there it is. So this will be a file request. Oh, just file, right? And I'm gonna go here and say, should we call it a file or uploaded file? Just file, right? File is okay. Upload file async. It takes a file. And, or should I call it AI file?
Yeah, yeah, if not, it's gonna, I guess, you know, there should be some native keyword file.
There is the file IO, but we can do file like this, right? And whatever that has, right? I mean, whatever it's in there, right? So in here, we're gonna basically add in a bunch of things. There will be file request and file response. File request and file response in here. Right? And the file request is gonna have the stream in it. So prop stream, right, Brian? Stream, and it's gonna have a, so this is content, right? And then I'm gonna put in here also the name, so string name, because you're gonna convert that into whatever on the external side, right? And then I also want to pass in here the purpose. So that's your request. Control KE. Here you go. And then on the file response, we want to get the other things, right? So if I go in here in the file response, I'm going to copy all of these. And we're going to kind of groom them up a little bit, right? So in here, I'm going to paste this, take away all that garbage. Control X. Oh. There you go. You have object. What's object? What's object? Object is the, in the API reference, object is the type. So here's a type. And then int bytes, sure. Should we just say size? like this, size in bytes, and then
Yeah.
created, and then this is date time offset. So that just tells me already now that we're gonna have a date time broker in here. And then we can go down here. I don't know if Gudmundur did include that in the complete. Yeah, he did. Do you know what this guy's name means? God protection. That's what Gudmundur means. It's a pretty cool one. Yeah, he got a good name. This guy should be an actor in Hollywood. He shouldn't be hanging out with a bunch of nerds writing code, but hey, that's life, right? It probably tells you we're kind of attracting the cool kids. You know what I mean? So, so, so okay. So here's a prop. This is gonna be a file request. So that's a request. And then here is your file response. Just like how we did before. Control KE, that's cleaned up. Give me the copyrights. This is good. Brian, is it a comma or like a dash like this?
I went
Comma's
with the
better?
comma. I went with the comma, but yeah.
Okay, cool. So that means on the file service, I can just go up in here and say, well, I want the other file. Control key. This is gonna make some people trip. I know that for sure, but you know, thank God for namespaces. You know, we know exactly that this is not the file that we think it is. But for people who will be using this downstream, if they're doing file.io read, it's gonna be a pain for them. So do we just save them and call it AI files? Suggestions? You guys understand what I'm saying? Like whoever is
Yeah.
gonna be using this method
Mhm.
is gonna have to, ideally, well, actually, they're gonna give us the URL and underneath we are doing that work for the file. I don't want this to be a pain for the engineers that are working with the system.
Especially
So
especially if they're using global usings.
yeah, I'm just gonna call it AI files. Or what do you guys say?
Yeah, it's similar to models, right? It would be consistent.
Sounds good. Cool. AI files. So this is gonna be AI files, and then if I do control period, it will rename across the board. Yes? Good. Look at that. See? And then I can do here AI files. This is gonna be AI file service. AI files. And this is gonna be AI file. Oh, I forgot to change the name actually. So this is gonna be AI file. And this is gonna be external AI file request. And this is gonna be external AI file response. And this is gonna be AI file request. And this is gonna be AI file response. There you go. So at least just kind of alleviate, because not everybody, think about the new person that's just trying to build an AI business and they don't necessarily know a lot of engineering stuff. You don't know about your namespace, aliasing, and all that crazy stuff that we can do. You gotta give that guy a break, right? Okay, let's build the service for this. This is AI file service. This should be AI file service. So we had like a whole meeting about the naming for the methods, but once you start writing code, things start to kind of become clearer and clearer. Do you guys remember that meeting that we had? AI file service, and this is this guy, and then I'm gonna say internal partial. You have to also notice like we've grown a lot, like we're starting to use internal classes since the beginning of this project and stuff like that, which basically means tons and tons of code drops, you know, for people who will be updating our other libraries and stuff like that. Needless to say, RESTfulSense. So private read-only I OpenAI broker and private read-only I date time broker. And if you select both of these and do control period, it will kind of create the constructor for you. Right? And then here's the gist of it, right? Now let's go write a test for it. I'm gonna go here. Here's my foundations.
Just for clarification,
What?
since we are using internal classes, a keyword right now, we
Yeah.
need to make our project and test project friends, and then
Mhm.
start making our services internal, right?
That's right.
That's going to be huge effort and
It's
good
gonna be a
starting
huge
point
effort.
for new contributors.
Absolutely. By the way, just so you understand, if you just familiarize people with these practices, like
Yeah.
C# class friends and stuff like that, I promise you. Okay, I'm gonna focus on this. Listen to me very well. For the people watching this, if you just fully dedicate yourself for a month to just listen into our sessions and read the standard and do nothing else other than eat and sleep, you will be a beast. You will be at a senior principal level because the stuff that we're sharing here is digested content, like content that is meant to be simplified for you to pick up that. Because I know that some people kind of come in and pick up some stuff and then they run away. No, it doesn't work. Elbic, just tell people this. You've been with me for a long time, right? How much we learn, how much we grow. You got to
Yeah.
learn these things. And then we have great people like Rami and Gregory and Gudmundur and all of these people. They come in and just throw more stuff at us, and we're learning and
Yeah.
evolving as a community. That's what open source was supposed to be.
Yeah.
Instead of just people being mean to each other and just confusing each other. Okay. All right, let's write a test for this. Let's go down here. Here is AI file service. And I'm gonna go and do this. And then here's internal partial. This has to be public, right? So for unit test for X unit to be able to see it, right? So private read-only mock. I also have a little proposal for everyone, but we'll come to that in a second. So mock OpenAI broker. So this is OpenAI broker. We mock. We say mock so you know that we need to extract an object out of it or do a setup and all that. What is it, Elbic? We want to say something.
No, I'm good.
You're good. Date time broker mock and then private read-only AI service. CTOR. Here you go. What? Tell me.
Yeah, when you said service, I just remembered our friend Florian.
Oh, Florian? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's this guy at? Why is he not doing AI with us? That kind of sucks. Where is he at? Huh? What's happening here? Public partial. This should be internal, actually. Oops. Internal. Oh, not this one. Oh, tests. There you go. This is public. Tests. What's happening with my pairs? Are you guys asleep? You napping? Service tests. There you go. What? Am I going too fast for you? Is that what it is? Control period. Add argument names. Oh, we go. All like that. Okay, and this is a really sucky name. But see, that's the beautiful thing about this. Even when we make mistakes, instead of relying on linters and code scan and all that, no, we want these mistakes to happen so other people would come in and touch the code and get that kind of experience. Right? You have no idea. A lot of people have criticized me heavily for this. Be like, what is this nonsense no toaster thing? I was like, look, even when I make a mistake, that means it's an opportunity for someone who's never contributed to open source to pick this up and clean it up and push a pull request and feel good. Feel like they are a part of the process. It's human-centered, people first approach, right? I don't give a crap about the product. I'm gonna build 50,000 libraries. We're gonna destroy them all and build them back up. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. Okay. Let's create a public static public dynamic, right? Create file properties, random file properties, because we have to do the mapping, right? Here you go. So that returns new. This is the hardest part. That new Euclid's law of axioms.
Yeah.
There it is. So we need a random stream. Do you guys remember how we did that random stream? It
Yep.
was interesting. But here's the tricky part about this. How are we going to verify and validate and test that we turned a stream into stream content? Brian, is it just something as simple? Let's just see here. Void X. Is it just something as, let's say I have a stream, some stream. So let's say I have a stream like this, and do I just, so the stream content var y equal new stream content. Is it just a stream plus a name? No, it's just a stream, dude. So how do you pass the name in there? How do you pass the name to this guy?
I think the stream content is actually the value of a dictionary, and the name is actually the key of the dictionary. So I think I might be at the wrong.
How do I pass name here? Or do I still need to add another property here that says name?
Yeah, I think you need another property.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, then that's not gonna work, sir. Unless in this magical thing, rest form, right? We need to pass in here something like name. That's the only option I can think of. Yeah, please do it this way then. But then the testing of this will be lovely. How do you even validate a model has the right attribute passed onto it?
If you look in the Discord, I actually showed you how to I validated a multiform. I think I sent it to you in a private chat on Discord.
Let's take a look at Brian's code. Yeah, but we gonna need to shift this, right? We need to. This is what Brian sent me. No. We're not gonna send the multipart form. I'm gonna send you a model.
This was based on my early what we were going to send.
Yep.
But what I was saying to draw from that is how I tested it, the content.
The one thing that scares me about this whole endeavor is how the heck, well, I mean, the acceptance tests and the integration tests are going to catch that. I was hoping that there would be a way for us that we go and say, hey, if someone changes this file, would some unit test fail? Definitely an acceptance test will fail. We know that. Or an integration test, that's for sure, will fail. But anyway, you get what I'm trying to say. Fix it. Okay. So this is external file, and I'm supposed to create random stream.
Yep.
And or at least create random stream content in here. So that basically means I need a stream in here, and this stream will be random stream. Create random stream like this, like that. You guys remember how we created a stream? Anyone remembers? Did we do that, or was that crazy?
You can't actually create a stream, and they're actually abstract. So you need to create a memory stream.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that. Okay. Yeah. Where did we do it? In the image generation? Where did we do it? Did we do it in the?
You created the string, and then you turn the string into a buffer, and then you use the buffer as the constructor of the memory stream.
Oh yeah, I remember where I did this. Okay, should upload file async whip. I need to get latest from master because we have that in there, but I didn't pull latest from master because I'm lazy. Get pull. Come on. Get pull origin main or master. I don't know what we're on right now. Ooh.
Master. No, it's main. You're right.
It's main.
Yeah.
The file unset for sure. Destroy the world. Why not? I have two conflicts. Merge. Foundations, AI files, external files. What? Did someone try? Oh yeah, he did, didn't he? Oh, oh yeah, that's right. Shh. Okay, let's just honor his stuff. I know what's happening here. And then we're gonna change this. I know what happened. So, Gudmundur went and created the delete file by ID because he doesn't have to deal with form submission, whatnot, and he just called it AI file, right? And he called it external files.
Mm-hmm.
And that's okay. That's okay. So, okay, we can fix that. But anyway, I need to pick up also this one. Here's a merge. And he probably also created the service. That's right. Okay. I'm actually surprised that we only have conflicts in these two areas. That's interesting. Okay, so in here I'm just gonna say merge. Right? So that's commit staged. Everything probably broke right now. But let's just see what he did. Oh, it didn't because he created it in a completely different place. You see how he created file with exceptions and everything in here? He's gonna have to merge with us. That's his problem. I should have pulled this earlier. Sorry, Goodwinder, it's your problem. You're gonna have to rename it AI file. Not my problem. And I also noticed like the file that he brought back. Oh, this is a different file. Hold on. Oh, did he actually? No, yeah, it is. So he has ID type deleted, which doesn't, that's a different model than what exists in,
So this
so
is a delete. This is a delete response.
that's a delete response, which is the model is different. So we can either do one of two things. Either we have the response also have deleted in here. That's possible. We can do that. Or we need to figure something out about this. You know, we gotta need to figure something out to consolidate the model somehow. It's okay that we create a different external file, external deleted file response because we're accommodating the AI, but the external API, but the final response from the service itself needs to be unified. So that's the trick. Okay. So maybe we can add a property that says deleted or something like that. His problem. He's gonna have to deal with it. I'm at this point where I'm being a coward. I'm just letting people do the hard things. I'm doing the easy things. Okay, so now that I have latest, I should be able to see local files in here, and I should be able to see how we created a stream from here. Where is it, Brian? There it is. Create random stream right there. So if I go back to my AI files, I got really lucky with this one because I don't have to deal with the conflict. He's gonna have to consolidate all of that. Okay, so create random stream, that's correct, and then get random number. Okay, private static int get random number, and then new int range min to max 10 dot get value like this, and then this get random number is all good. Now we need to create random stream content, which is really just new stream content that has random stream in it. So that's the external file, right? And then we have a file, which is basically the random stream. And then we need a file name in here, which we need a private static string get create random string new mnemonic string dot get value. So this is create random string. Are we gonna use that? Are we gonna use this in two different places? Let's find out. So in the external model, ID whatever. Okay, we called it file name. What about the request? Yeah, it doesn't have it. And then request has name in it, and response has file name in it. This should be name as well. Okay, so let's go back here. So this is gonna be string random file name. We're gonna take this guy here. I'm gonna put it right here. And here is your random file name, and also name. Random file name. Okay, and then we also need the file type, right?
Purpose.
The file, random file type. Go ahead. I'm listening, Brian. What do you got?
Yeah, you meant purpose?
No. Name. Name. You will notice that I'm going one-to-one, external, local, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
Random file type, which is also called object. That's random file type as well, right? So this is all on the request, and then we need purpose, right? That's right. We need purpose. So let's go back here and we need purpose. So purpose is purpose. So it's everywhere purpose. Create random string. Right? On the response, we have bytes. We have object with his model. What's an ID? Is that the same as name?
No,
Let's see.
it generates the ID after uploading.
It's an actual ID. Got it. Got
Yep. And it
So
gets yeah,
ID.
you need to track this. This is what gets assigned to the file that you upload.
Oh, that's right. So then that means my file response need to have an ID in it. So external file response. Oh, we do have an ID. Good. Good. A file ID, and then size. We need a random number. So int random size, or random bytes rather. Bytes size. That's get random number. And this is your random byte size. And we also have bytes, which is random byte size. What else we have? We have the external file request for external file response. External file response, created date. Aha, here's where it gets fun. We have this ID, and we need to mock that ID just like we did. What did we do here with the what did we do with, was it the image generation? We basically went and said random number created. Here's created number, and then created date. Oh, and we passed these. That's what we did. Really, that's what we settled on. Interesting. So we basically created a date and a number, and we passed those, and we said, hey, go ahead and deal with the world. Okay, cool. I can do that. If that's what we settled on, then that's what we settled on. So int created and datetime offset created date. So now I can go back here and say created equal created and created date. And we're gonna need to mock the, come on. Created date equal created date. Like that. Okay, what else am I missing here? The external file response, file name, created date, purpose. I think that's all of it. Brian, am I missing anything?
No, I think you got it all. Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, now what's the next step for us? We need to be able to go and say, I want to be able to go and say, here's my test. So I created my tests. And now I just need to actually go create the actual test for this. So is this guy partial? This is partial. Let's copy this. Paste. And then dot logic. Dot upload. What is it, Brian? Tell me.
No, sorry, I was just coughing.
Oh, you're good. Okay. So fact. And then public async task should upload file async. So I need to create these. So given, when, then, and then we need to create a random. So okay, let's start there. For I need a random date time though. So let's just go here and let's see, private static date time offset. Create random date time offset like this, and then this is new in date range. Earliest date, new date time, and then get value like that. So that means I can go here and say date time offset. Well, it starts from the int, so this is created, random created equals get random integer, and then or get random number, and then in here this is your date time offset, random created date. Right, so create random date time offset, so that's that. And then random properties, random file properties. There you go. That's great. And then let's see here what else we need. And this guy is just a dynamic guy, so I'm just gonna, I'd rather say dynamic than var, honestly, for this one. Okay. We have this, and then I want to create random file request, right? So this is random AI file request. There you go. And this AI file request will have the stuff that we want in it, right? So content, that will be random properties.file, and then name random properties dot name, and then purpose random file properties dot purpose. I think that's our request. Why did I not call it content though? That sucks. Let's go back here. So file, external file, stream, this is just content. I never called it file. Why did I do that? And then there's file name, yeah, right. So we'll go back here. Okay, and then there's also random AI file response. So new AI file response.
Please don't forget to rename line 35 as well. It still says random properties.file.
Good catch. Thanks. Yeah, good. Thank you. So, okay, what does this guy has? It has an ID, right? So what I can do actually, just to be smart and all, I can just go like this and say, give me this. And then give me this, and then give me that. Go back here, slap these in there, right? And then equal, and then random file properties dot, and then paste these in there and just put that. Done. Control KD, we'll take Control KD. We'll take care of this, and then we take that guy. By the way, have you seen some engineers, they leave a trailing comma like this? You know, when I ask them, they say we're doing a favor for the person that will be, you know, doing the next step, so they could just go forward like that. I don't know, Brian, what, Elbic, what do you guys think about that? Random AI file.
Yeah, the compiler isn't yelling because of this extra comma and extra semicolon for some reason.
Yeah, it doesn't. It shouldn't, because it's not. It's not really a problem. Random file request. Should it be a problem? Probably. Probably. Random AI file response. I don't know why they don't care, honestly. But that's gonna be our input, right? Just a code drop for the people. I know in the past we used to lump this and this inside of this guy. That's really bad. That's just as bad as chaining methods. So Elbic, if you see that, or if you want to create an issue for it, by all means. Catalan says the comma at the end also help in terms of get diffing on the file. Get diffing on the file. So when you find differences between two files that changed, well, wouldn't you get the get diffing anyway when you add a new property? Catalan, what do you mean? Explain that one to us. Okay, random external AI file request. New external AI file request. Okay, so we have file, which is a stream, right? And we have purpose, which is random file properties dot purpose. Cool. Random external AI file response. New external AI file response. External AI file response. With the comma, you only see one line has changed. Without the comma, the command, without the comma, you see two lines have changed.
Yeah.
Ah, I see. I see. Okay. Okay, guys. All right. I see what you're saying. So when you're reviewing, you don't see, when you're reviewing the code, you only see one file. Interesting. That's very interesting. I see. Okay. What do you think about that, Brian? Do you think that's a good idea? What do you got? Is he muting again? Is that what he's doing to me right now?
Yeah, I'm getting into practice for yesterday. So
Okay,
uh,
we ever go
yeah.
ahead.
So with the comma, is it real? It's high. It's showing you in the review that it's 2 lines that have changed, but is it really 2 lines that have changed? I think it actually highlights what it really changes, and it would be from the comma forward.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna go here and say storage broker. Sorry, storage. OpenAI broker mock setup. Broker dot upload or post file form, because Brian is gonna make it work, Elbic, right? I think that's what he's gonna do.
Yeah.
He's like, screw this. I'm out of here. I don't want to deal with this. What did I do wrong? I didn't do anything to anyone. Did we say it is the same? Oh, good. Good for us. Good. Oh, we're great people. Are we actually very smart bunch? You know, really a smart bunch. So I need a private read only. I compare logic. So this compare logic right here. And then we need a this dot compare logic. Why am I yelling? Why am I yelling? Compare logic like that. And then we need a whatchamacallit, private expression, right, with a func that takes in a external AI file request, same external AI file request as, and here's your external AI file request. That's that guy. Right, and that guy is gonna go and say, why is it tripping? Private external file. I'm doing everything.
You're missing one of the angle brackets.
Oh,
At
am
the end
I?
of, Yeah.
Oh, shame, shame, shame. Actual external external AI file request. By the way, I always misspell external. So if you expected external, there you go. If you catch it, it's all yours. You know, fix it. Have fun. This dot compare logic dot re compare, right? And I want my actual. Oh, it wants the expected first. Expected external AI file request and then actual AI file request. And then you go and say are equal. Right? And that guy should be returning a boolean as well. Boom. If you don't understand the expression of func that I just did, good, because I don't understand it either. I just repeat what I know works. I'll take time to explain it at some point. But you're basically saying instead of me writing the expression in here, I'm just putting it in a function. So in the mock, because you can't just go and say, oh, pass in this external file request right here. Why is that? Because they have completely different reference. And the mock library is, they basically said, oh, your workaround is for you to say it is, and then you go and write in the model. So you say s dot, and it gives you the properties and all that. It's a problem. You know, same external file request, and here's your random external file request, and that guy should return async, returns async. I think I'm missing like 2 or 3 other closing brackets into this one. There you go. Returns async and then a random external file response. Something like that. Right? I think external file request. What is this guy tripping for? External file request. Random external AI file request. The type or namespace external file response could not be found. What? Hold on. Post file form async. That's there. And hang on. Maybe I have way too many things open. That's what it is. So you break that down by 1. And then you got it is. And then you got this. And then you got this guy. And then you just say returns async. Like that. Right? So what's the problem here? The type or namespace external file response could not be found. External file response. Oh, why does it know about external file response? Is it AI files? External AI file response. Oh, do I have a bug in my, let's say our broker here? Yeah. This should say AI files, by the way. AI files. So will this guy. Yeah, there you go. That makes sense. Because I added, AI file response, external AI file request. That's why. Because we did a merge, right? Now, because it's CRUD operations, the create comes before the delete. That's why we put post before delete, right? But I know I created some dummy files somewhere. I hope there it is. Go away. Gone. Okay, so now that test should work. See how unit test is kind of clearing up things as you go. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good idea, I think. Okay, so that's our setup. Oh my God. Now let's just do AI file, upload file async. And this will be random AI file. Right? What I really want to do though, AI file input AI file, which will be random AI file. And then AI file expected AI file equal input AI file dot deep clone. I really hope this works with streams. Throwing a lot of things up in the air here, but we'll see. So this is your input AI file. And then I want to say actual AI file should be equivalent to expected AI file. And then I just want these two guys for verify. So that's your unit test. See, unit testing is not so scary. You just need to train on it. That's all. Just training. Not that scary. Look. I see people saying, oh, unit test is going to slow our time, slow us down. It's saving your butt. You know, you just don't want it yet. So verify no other call. And then this is mock. Verify no other call. And that should be a test. How long did I take for this one? A whole hour? Okay, let's run this. Brian, Parker, Kylo, are you still in there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Yeah, you're gonna make it pass, right? If it works, we need to make it work first.
Give me.
All right, man. Let's see here. So AI files, delete. Oh, what happened? Hang on a second. Oh, we never implemented because it overridden the file. Sure. Let's go create an unimplemented one for it. I need to make it. I need to make it fail, right, Kay? At least once, right?
I
Do
believe
this.
so.
I believe so.
That's a plan.
That's the plan. Okay, so Gummimundur, you have a lot of work to do here. What did you do here? You kind of screwed things up. You need to make sure that he's gonna see this in the world and be like, son of a gun, I did my part. I did the right stuff. It's like the poor guy, he already got his PR merged and everything is fine. You know, and I am throwing conflicts at him after the fact. In all honesty, I should be fixing this, but you know, people love to code. I'm just a guy that writes things, you know, so we'll let them do it. Okay, that's a failure. Is it a good failure though? I hope it is. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. So that's not a good failure. It's basically saying, HTTP stream content does not contain definition of file. So in here wherever we defined file, we didn't define it right. So let's see here. That's a first. File. Oh, so I said content, right? And content random stream and then external. Oh, ha ha. Okay, got it. This should be external file. Okay, fine. I screwed up. Fix it. Cannot implicitly convert type system date time offset to int. Where are you? This should be created date, but it's created in here. That's right. Method or operation is not implemented. Yay! Hey, Kailu, it's all you now. Hey, fun. Have fun. Fail. All right. It's Foundation's upload file. Why? I'm really going out of hand here. I'm just letting Brian do the broker stuff and Gummimundur do the whole cleanup and merge of naming conventions. That's what managers do. That's a straight shooter with upper management all over them.
Easter holidays too. Jeez.
All right. It's not there? Okay. What the heck? Oh, hold on. My bad. I didn't push. Sorry. I thought I clicked push. I don't know what happened. Your task continue running in the background. Background for what? Oh, okay. Now you should have it. Fitch, go ahead. Fitch, Caleb. There. Let's get that test to pass and we should be good to go. AI files, should be. Yeah, he's gonna have to merge that. That's Gudmundur's fault. It's not mine. He named it a file.
You should have watched this session from the future, right?
That's his fault. He didn't go into the future. That was the requirement. Didn't we put that in the pull request? We put that in the issue. We said invent a time machine, go in the future, watch this session, and then do the stuff right.
The
Poor
advantage of
guy.
being the advantage of being an Australian, we get to see things in the future.
Brian gets to see into the future. Okay, okay. Yeah, the tricky part about this is that you're gonna have a file name, but no place to put it. And that's something we need to think about. But for now, that's that. It needs to be type in new stream content. So you take that content, you put it inside of a new object called stream content. Right, Brian? That's the way to do this, I think. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, that should be just purpose. Mm. I mean, throughout the weekend, we should have all these sorted out, the RESTfulSense stuff and the merge between file names and stuff like that. Gudmundur, if you're gonna do that merge, do it on this same branch. You are now a contributor, so you should be able to, an apostle actually, so you should be able to, just push straight into that particular branch for this draft pull request. Hey. That should be upload file or post file form. That's right. Cool. And now we want to take that and convert it back into something. Mm-hmm. Okay. So Elbic, how many features do we have left other than the fine tuning? I know auditing is not a thing anymore. Transcripting, I think that's what Catalin was working on. I think he's also waiting on a multi-part form thing to do that. Can you think of anything else?
Yeah, but we have 4 features for file itself. CRUD.
That's right. I'm okay with people running with these individually. Like, I mean, Gudmundur already did the delete, right?
Yeah.
And we're doing the upload. What else is in there? Retrieve and retrieve by ID, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yusuf, I think did retrieve by ID or by name.
Is his PR ready to go? I still see some comments in there.
Yeah, he needs one commit to do
Needs one more
those
commit.
last. Yes.
So there's
So,
retrieve by ID, there's delete, and there is retrieve by ID, delete, um, 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 uh, upload. What's the fourth one? Retrieve all or list? Is there an update feature? Let's see here.
list. Yes, there is list.
Okay, so there's retrieve file content that just gives you, what does it give you really? Returns content of specified file. Okay, so there's a retrieve file, so list files, upload file, delete file, retrieve file, and retrieve file content. So we need list. Also, so list is in there. Yeah, list is very easy. You're not really passing in any parameters. You're just saying, give me everything, right? What we can do, we can create milestones for these and just let people pick them up and run with them. You know, Gregory, Rami, Catalin, anyone out there, you know, Gudmundur, please take, these are open for grabs features, right? I'll try to document some of them over the weekend.
I'll take care of list.
We'll take care of
Feature.
list?
List.
Cool.
List
Cool,
file
thanks.
files.
What do you mean you take care? You create the issues or actually do the work?
Yes.
Do the issues?
The
Okay.
issues.
Don't create an issue and go write it, son. There's no honor in that. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, and then probably more people will be able to, you know, and advertise for them. Say, hey, if you never contributed to open source repositories, these are for grabs. You know, we documented them very, very well. We want them to be, we want as many people as possible to participate in this project and be able to play with open source. If this library takes off, and it is, it's going really up high in the NuGet ranks. I mean, where are we now? If I look OpenAI, are we out of second page yet? Not yet, but we're getting close. We are ranked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're ranked fifth rank, and we have 381 total downloads. Just this last version that we released has 139, which is the highest we've ever had, and we released it only 7 days ago. That's pretty sweet. So it'll just continue to evolve like that, and then we'll create some examples. Put these examples in the pipelines. Let people kind of pull in these examples and learn how to communicate with OpenAI through .NET. What the thing that Yusuf is super excited about is that I hope that they publish this library as a list of options in the OpenAI site itself. So you say if you're a .NET developer, you could use. Let me just show this for people that are not familiar. Like the site itself will make some recommendations, right? So people will just go and say, let's see here. If you go to OpenAI developers overview, and then if you go on to examples, documentation. I think there are places here where they have like libraries. Libraries, there it is, libraries. So look in the libraries, they're only listing these two, right? The one with okgo.net do it, okay, go do it, and bitlago. So hopefully we can get listed here as well. That would be nice. Right? And if not, that's okay too. You know, I mean, we built a good library for ourselves, so we can build things on top of it. There's also other libraries out there. I'm actually surprised there's one for Java, but not Scala. Oh no, there it is. No, it would be fine. Yeah, of course there's for Scala. That's pretty sweet. I wonder, what's it look like? Path to custom config, OpenAI Service Factory, API and org, my class inject API service, and then you basically go and do list models, retrieve model. Yeah, it's all callback stuff. I like Scala a lot, but I wonder how they handled their exceptions and stuff like that. OpenAI service, service Scala. That's Scala documentation, which I really don't like myself, but future is like the value task for them. The JavaScript and there's also promise as well, I remember. This is all interfaces. Where is their actual implementation? I think it's the second one to this. Yeah, no, these are just constants. Weird. Main, OpenAI Scala, OpenAI Core, domain, model ID, response. These are all just models. Look how simple the models are in Scala. You don't have to do get, set, nothing. It's like records in C#. But of course they did it much earlier than C#. This whole Java util J U, I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, it's Scala, who knows, right? All right, Kailu, where we at? Good? All done? Merged? Fixed? Shipped?
No. Where?
Dot object, just do
That's-
dot object. Dot
Okay,
object.
okay.
Cool.
Okay.
And then just return the file. If that's the last one.
So the
Hmm.
the request doesn't have to be remapped, right?
Right.
Okay. Yes, there.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm,
Yep, you can throw all of that in a method. And then throw the second one in another method, and that's it.
hmm,
Yep.
um,
You can call it
what
post file async.
was-
Good. And this second one, you could just say convert to file or something like that. Ah, convert response to file. Sorry. But then you're gonna have to get the file outside of it, so you're just gonna need to return the actual file. Yep. Take that file out and just return that method. Yep. Oh, how's this gonna work? You could just return that response and then just say file.response equal. That works. So just return response. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This guy.
So now you can go up to line 30 and say file dot. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Just call this method convert to file response. Convert to file response. Yeah. Good. No, it won't let you because the broker is a private class member, so it requires a state. Yep. Nice, nice, nice. Very good. Yep, that's chronological order of things. Yep. And then a new line on line 45. That's it.
This.
No, it's good.
Be, okay.
No, no, it's good. It's good.
Or, yeah, even more.
Nice.
Yeah, that looks better.
Okay.
This is the task actually.
Good.
That should do it.
Let's do it. Ah, we
See?
forgot something.
Hmm?
We forgot something probably. What's it say? Cannot compare objects with non-integer indexer file headers non-val. Oh, this is this sucker trying to compare the streams together. And because so yeah, it doesn't know how to do that.
I had to copy the content out of the stream into a buffer and then compare the buffers.
Oh, then, oh really? Well, how do you do that in Fluent Validations? I know a way. I know a way. Give it to me, Kay. Just give it to me on WIP. Here's another trick for you. Catalan says we need the file as a parameter to the method in order to set the response property. I think this is what we did on the other service. Oh, is that what we did on the other service? Okay. Okay, give it to me, Kay. So cool. One trick that I could show people here is that's a good trick actually, is we can, I took your screen, Kay.
Yeah.
One thing that we can do here, because these guys have like actual file equivalent to expected file, and I think this is where the failure is happening. You can actually exclude certain properties and compare them individually, right? How do you exclude certain properties from comparison, right? That's insane, right? How do you do that? Let me just first run it in here and see if we can. This is a great little topic here to kind of discuss. Let me just run this and get the same failure as Skylu. See, that's why I don't want to play with streams and all that nonsense. I just want to send something and
Yeah, just
right.
kick it down the road. Give it to me.
Yep,
Yeah.
kick down the road. Give it to Parker. Parker will take care of it. He knows. Parker knows. Okay, yeah. So in here, it's basically saying, really, on the post file async. Oh wait, it's complaining about something else, okay? It's saying. Oh, this is in the interception. Oh boy, this is oh, this is something else. This is the compare logic, basically freaking out. So compare logic in here is I can go here and say var configs new compare logic compare configurations. There is a configuration here that comes with compare logic, comparison config. There it is. Right, and then for these configs, I'll test something real quick and I'll see. Ignore property on the external AI file request dot file. Is that where the stream is? Yeah, that guy. And what this guy, I bet you this guy might pass if I do this. Let's see. I bet you this is the guy that's causing the pain because it doesn't know how to compare it. Doesn't know what to do with it. Cannot compare objects non-validated Boolean. Let's see here. Should upload file predicate AI file external. Intercept, mock. Yeah, that like the mocking that we're doing here, where we're going and saying it is the same random external file AI request, is freaking it out because it doesn't know what to do with this guy. But I thought ignoring the comparison here would fix that problem, because basically we're basically going and saying here's your expected, here's your actual, compare them together that they are equal, but ignore the content. So this is external file request in here, and we're basically saying ignore this content. What could possibly, yeah, I got your code, Brian, but I
You have
wanna,
to pass a config into compare logic, right?
oh yeah, that's right. Thank you, Kay. Ha! All right, now it's gonna pass. I bet you that's gonna make it pass. It's not a good pass, but it's gonna pass. Oh, look, it just gave me timeouts are not supported on this stream. What? What is that? It's a different error, but oh, do I need to do using like Rami was saying? Timeouts are not supported on this stream.
Or it's expecting you to dispose or something.
Maybe, but I'm not. But I don't have any streams in here. I mean, I'm passing a stream as a parameter, right? Let's see here. I mean, I'm skipping. I'm just proving a point. We do need to solve the problem for the stream not being able to be like the comparison of the stream is not working, right? We need to be able to compare streams and stuff like that. Even if we need to go, like Brian said, we need to go to more granular level. This guy's saying line 18. This guy, timeouts are not supported on this stream. Read timeout stream. So where is this? It's not even giving you anything. So do we just say using stream in here like this? Is the memory stream trying to serialize to JSON? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. I'll put using stream here and see what happens. If this passes, that would be hilarious.
Are we calling an async function somewhere, not putting it in a wait?
Oh, you think so? Is that what's happening?
Not sure. I'm just guessing.
Let's see here. No, he did await for async. Here's another await. No, he did do this right. Cannot access, by the way, I did using stream and it said cannot access a closed stream in here. Do you see that? So when I went and did the using in here, it basically said, hey dude, this stream is already closed. I can't access it. So something else is happening. Is it because I'm passing a stream to random stream dot, does it have timeout? Can timeout false? Oh, you can't specify that in here. It's just a get. Set. Nope. Timeout. Write timeout. Read timeout. And then can timeout. So when we're creating that stream, let's find out here. When we're creating this memory stream in here, can we pass timeout in here? Writable, index count, public visible. I don't see anything like that in here.
Yeah, on the Stack Overflow, I researched and it says when we are working with memory stream, we need this header,
Mm-hmm.
and that header should be application octet stream. In that case, it might not.
No, Elbic. This is we're not calling the API at all. Wait, timeouts are not supported on this stream can occur when working with a memory stream in C#. One reason for this error could be related to HTTP mode being used. HTTP in stream mode, while HTTP1 is chunk mode requires the client to send a next chunk message. But we're not even, is it because we're converting it to a content stream? So it's freaking out? Because that's the HTTP mode that it's talking about? What does this guy take other than content stream? It just takes a stream. So what do we do? If I take that memory stream in here and say, hold on, memory, hold on, let's solve this. We'll give it 15 minutes exactly, and then we'll let people fix it for us. Can read, dispose, close, can end read flush. I don't see anything on timeout in here, guys, other than can timeout, and you can't set it up. What other forms of streams do we have? Stream content? That's HTTP. Buffered stream? Is that better? So if I say buffered stream, what does that take? It takes a stream. That's ridiculous. So if I say new, hold on, new memory stream that takes a buffer, this is ridiculous, but I'm gonna try it. Because why not? Yeah, see, that's why we try to stay away from these types, because they're annoying. Rami says, is memory stream trying to be serialized to JSON? Maybe. Let's give it something that's JSONifiable. Maybe you're right. Let's try that. So the buffer is coming from random content, and this is a mnemonic string. Sure, I'll give it a JSON just for kicks. ID. Oh, come on. Oh, I can probably do this now, right? In C#. Right? Can I? Yeah, there you go. Something. Did you guys know you could do this?
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I don't know what it's gonna do, but we'll see. Let's run this. Jeff says when the exception is thrown, can you inspect what it's casting the stream to? Sure, we'll try that in a second. So to answer Rami's question, nope, it's not trying to, it's not the part about trying to serialize to JSON. Now, this exception that he's saying when the exception is thrown, can you inspect what it's casting the stream to? Sure. Let's try that. I mean, I know that it blows up in this area here. I can prove it. I can go here and say stream content var random stream content equal new stream content that has the random stream in it. Right? I'm gonna take that random stream content and put it in here. And then I'm gonna put a breakpoint right here. Karar says hello, hope everyone are doing well and healthy. Thank you, Karar. That's so sweet. Let's debug this one. So it didn't even touch that guy. Right? Suggestions? Questions? Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this comparison logic out because that's bad. We shouldn't be doing that. We should figure out a way to compare logic. And then I'm gonna let the community take a jab at it. And I will try as well, just in the best interest of everyone's time, because this is gonna take a while. This is why we try to stay away from these suckers, because we know they're gonna do that. One idea that I have in mind is to basically, Brian, how do you turn a byte array to a stream? That's an easy one, right?
Yeah, byte array to a stream is it's basically the constructor of a memory stream. Just throw it in.
Should probably be playing on the byte array level, not the stream level, since they're being a pain in the butt. Like
Hey,
that.
what was that code I showed you? It's when you compare the streams, you run into other issues too of the different types of streams, the different pointer positions.
I know.
Yep.
Anyway, here is something for people to think about, and I'll be more than happy to, jump back in on Monday and see what can be done about it. So here's GitHub. A lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff. We create work for ourselves like crazy. So here's this, and this is foundations. Just something for people to play with and experiment with. Foundations upload file. I'm gonna create this in draft mode. So the problems that we have, outstanding problems now. Well, first of all, Gummimundur, please do the merge. That's number one. Sorry. And Parker is gonna do the pass in a model and he figures out how to turn it into something and extract the file name from it somehow.
Some sort of
And then
magic. Yeah. Black magic in a box. Okay, no worries.
and then for the community, how do we get these streams to be compared properly? At least using the tools that we have, and also what is that exception that's happening? How we deal with it. 3 things, big things, not easy things. What do you guys think? Okay, cool, good. Questions, comments? I
How long
told you
was
this
that?
is gonna be a 2-week sprint because we still need an orchestration service. So we're gonna take next week to finish up this foundation service and build an orchestration service, and then from there it's just gonna be a snowball. It's just gonna roll out.
Next
Okay.
session is Monday your time, right?
Yeah. Next session will be Monday, unless I have like I have some stuff to do over the weekend, but unless it's I'm open and free on a Saturday night, I'm just gonna be like, hey guys, let's go. You know. All right, Karar, take a look at it, clone the repository, and try to run it, and tell us. Karar says, can you use can we use checksum? I don't know, maybe. Thank you all. I appreciate you. We'll talk later, okay? Take care.